Hail to Wales!
It really happened. Snoop Dogg owned a professional football team before GTA 6. What a time to be alive. But as random as it sounds, it's not. It's actually part of a much bigger shift. Because Snoop is not alone. Ryan Reynolds, Tom Brady, Ed Sheeran, David Beckham, Drake, they've all bought stakes in football clubs. But here's the thing. It's not just about money, power, fame. They already have that. It's about more. These stars are actually rewriting the DNA of the sport and turn it into one where the club is the cast, promotion is a story arc, and the ultimate goal might not be winning titles anymore. Welcome to Athletic Interest and football's cinematic universe. Good old football, the people's game, muddy boots, hometown pride. For more than a century, it was all about community, loyalty, and building a sporting legacy. Fast forward, romanticizing football like that doesn't really feel right anymore. Today it's business, million-dollar partnerships, even bigger broadcast deals, and single players worth more than clubs' entire budgets. But lately something else has changed. Suddenly, a third division match was titled the Hollywood Derby. For some teams, match days feels more like another episode in a TV series. And now Snoop Dogg? So what is going on? The story actually starts with this man. Since Sir Elton John was a kid, he has supported FC Watford. Then he turned into a pop star, got rich, and by 1976 he had enough money to buy the club. Back then, Watford were struggling badly. But in just 5 years, he helped them to go from the 4th division all the way to the top flight and the cup final. Watford was his personal passion project, driven by years of local emotional connection and sporting obsession. It wasn't a business in the first place. There was no greater strategy, just a man trying to help his childhood club. But that was then. And while a celebrity investing in a football club isn't totally new, it seems like it's turning into a much bigger thing. Just take a look at this lineup. Right now, for example, we have Beckham, Reynolds, Michael B. Jordan, Ed Sheeran, Claudia Schiffer, Drake, Matthew McConaughey, Will Ferrell, Tom Brady, and, as the latest entry in this illustrious list, Snoop Dogg. It looks like a Met Gala guest list, but it's football. And while it's surreal for old school fans, celebrity crossovers might just be the new reality. But the question is, why is this happening? Let's break it down. First, let's view it from a celebrity's perspective. Football clubs, especially smaller ones with good infrastructure, or underperforming fallen giants with an eventful past and a big passionate fan base, are undervalued brands. They are no longer just seen as sports teams, but more as assets in an investment portfolio. Celebrities know entertainment. They know about giant TV deals. And they've probably heard about football's popularity as well. Plus, sports investments are often uncorrelated with the broader economy. Recession or not, people still watch football. The assets remain relatively stable. Also, when celebrities buy stakes in a club, they are known for co-owning that club. Means their name is now attached to that team and therefore whole markets. So there is a great chance of further developing their own public image. But how do you even measure a public image or brand? Sure, you can scroll through Reddit or YouTube comments, but let's be real, most conversations these days happen with ChatGPT. So how do you find out what ChatGPT is saying about you? That's where today's sponsor, Ahrefs and their Brand Radar, come in. Brand Radar lets you explore what people and AI are saying about any brand, topic or niche. Let's try Wrexham FC. You can instantly see they are way more talked about than competitors. Why? Because people are obsessed with Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, and how much money they are making. You can even see what questions people are asking and the exact answers AI tools are giving. Brand Radar basically helps you understand and then optimize your brand visibility in the age of AI. And turn search engine optimization into answer engine optimization. Check it out via the link in the description. Big thanks to Ahrefs for sponsoring this video, and now back to the wild world of celebrities owning football clubs. Sure, it's business, but it's also personal. Of course, in most cases it's, like the sport itself, a numbers game, and not the fairy tale story of deep local fan connection. But in some cases, there is still real passion involved, like Elton John or Ed Sheeran. And in an era where fans crave authenticity, that matters, and might feel more human than investments from corporations or states. So far for the celebrity part of the deal. But what about the clubs? Well, for them, the upsides might actually be even bigger, because besides the obvious money factor, celebrities bring many things to the table that especially smaller teams struggle to build on their own. When done right, celebrity ownership brings a lot of attention and visibility, especially to teams outside the spotlight of the big leagues. Celebrities often have more followers than the clubs they are taking over. A single Instagram post from Dogg has more eyeballs on it than any of Swansea's matches. This provides a unique opportunity for the club to spark interest and become visible. Plus, guys like Snoop bring distribution, reputation, and legitimacy in markets where clubs would otherwise struggle to reach. It's hard for a club like Swansea to build a fan base outside of the UK. But when the co-owner is one of the most beloved rappers in the world, things can change. Celebrity owners can unlock new revenue streams. Wrexham is a prime example. After those two took over the club, Wrexham exploded in sponsorships and merchandise sales, with international brands like TikTok and Gatorade signing deals. Partnerships typically only possible for high-level clubs. On top of that, they've managed to attract higher quality players who might have normally been out of reach as well. After all, who wouldn't want to play for Deadpool? And, ultimately, celebrity owners allow clubs to tell a story. What about 2 actors, 0 football experience, 1 insane idea? There you have it. Reynolds and McElhenney took Wrexham's rich local history and combined it with Hollywood storytelling. Much like Drive to Okay, there you go. They launched an Emmy-winning docu-series, and suddenly millions of fans were watching a team they'd never heard of. Like a real-life version of Ted Lasso. TV revenue, merchandise boom, even tourism, the club's value skyrocketed. And now, with Season 4 already streaming and Wrexham's back-to-back promotion, the story keeps getting better and more valuable. But what's next? An underperforming football club, celebrity investment, brand storytelling, and a streaming platform. Is this the new meta for sporting success? Are Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Zac Efron going to save your club from irrelevance? Only time will tell. But what's safe to say is that all of this is a perfect sign of the times. Between creator-found leagues and players acting as influencers, clubs owned by celebrities are another perfect example that content is now truly king in football. Therefore, clubs like Wrexham can be seen as case studies in modern sports business, media monetization, and celebrity-led brand storytelling. And new meta or not, the crazy world of football just got a little bit crazier. Next to oil billionaires and giant hedge funds, celebrity owners and content-first strategies might be here to stay. Now others want to benefit from the trend as well. Tom Brady became a minority owner of then third division side Birmingham City in 2023, including their own docu-series, of course. And now Snoop Dogg joined Swansea City as a co-investor. They already made a mural for him in the stadium, while reportedly also planning a docu-series channeling the underdog storyline. So get ready for the dopest sports docu-series to date. When Elton John bought Watford, all of this seemed unthinkable. But now it's reality. Attention is one of the most valuable currencies in today's sport. Getting that is easy when you are Real Madrid, but Wrexham showed that even a small club could get incredible reach. With a story, with content, and 2 celebrity owners. They might not even need Premier League football to be profitable. A cliffhanger does the trick. And while they are rightfully praised for their sporting success with historic back-to-back promotions, they are worldwide famous because of 2 actors and a docu-series that tells this hero's journey. And in modern football, this might just be as powerful as lifting silverware.